A rude awakening for a Northport woman why an alarming phone call led police to swarm her home.
Plus, iconic Van Wezel Performing Arts Center is up in the air. I'll explain just ahead.
And an important health alert involving 4 local beaches. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at 6, the future of the Van Wezel is at stake while the Performing Arts Center is now back in the design plans for the redevelopment of Sarasota's Bayfront. That doesn't mean it's here to stay.
The ultimate decision surrounding the Van Wezel's future rests in the hands of the Sarasota City Commission. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick is at the Bayfront tonight to explain what this all means. Jess?
3 concept design plans.
Sorry about that. We'll try to get back to Jess in a little bit.
Well, an important health alert tonight involving 4 popular beaches on the Suncoast. Sarasota County health officials are issuing a no swim advisory for Turtle Beach, Venice Fishing Pier Beach, and Manasota Key Beach. Health officials say the advisory was issued because bacterial levels are not at acceptable limits. The beaches are not closed, but you should not swim or wade in the water until that advisory has been lifted. The next round of test results will be available tomorrow.
All right, not much of a beach day today.
Certainly
Some
not.
rain around. Let's get to more on our weather right now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, right now some showers and storms continue to march through inland areas, mainly the coastal locations, not nearly as bad. I know right now some showers just to the southwest of Venice, but the heavy rainfall that fell earlier today created some outflow boundaries, which caused more showers to kind of back build toward the coast. But that has since moved on. It's moving to the northeast now. Heavy rain near just to the east of Hidden River. I mentioned those showers southwest of Venice. This is moving off to the east northeast. Northport, you had a tremendous amount of rain just a short period of time ago, and also Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. Rainfall rates there at one point were at 2 inches an hour. That's tropical downpours, and that causes really tough driving conditions along I-75. It's pretty much slowing down to almost a crawl there when you get that kind of rainfall. I mentioned the coastal location is not bad. Some clouds around, still some light rainfall from Siesta Key southward, and for the most part, the rainfall rates were rather impressive at one point, and they had a flood advisory as a result of up to 6 inches of rain, at least some estimates are at 4.8, but some rain gauges indicating up to 6 inches in a short period of time. Not as much though. See, near the airport, only 1/100th of an inch of rainfall at Sarasota Bradenton Airport today, and lesser amounts up on Longboat Key as well as into Anna Maria Island. Bradenton, you didn't get much rain today, and looks like there's a chance for some showers through this evening. Most of the heavy weather again east, pushing off to the east. Still some energy out here in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll have to watch as it rotates around. It's a little bit difficult to exact where it's going to make landfall as far as that goes, but we will see a chance for some overnight showers. Shouldn't be anything too rough, as the energy will still be around tomorrow with a pretty good chance. Now, there's a lot of dry air to the west of us, and that dry air to the west of us is going to stay there, it looks like, as we're still in this tropical plume. But every once in a while, you'll see a little lobe get caught up in that circulation. It's an upper level low. It's a rather broad area of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And so things will calm down here a little bit, but still with this energy around that you see right here, and even a little piece working up of the western tip of Cuba, will bring us a chance for some showers and some storms on into tomorrow. Satellite and radar imagery does show that rainfall moving onshore at times, with it a little piece energy there as well in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Well, the ultimate decision surrounding the Van Wezel's future rests in the hands of the Sarasota City Commission.
Let's get back to the Van Wezel and check in again with ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick.
3 concept design plans were released by the Bay Sarasota back in April that would show what these 53 acres of land that I'm standing on now might look like in the future. But none of those designs included the Van Wezel, so the community spoke up and the designers listened.
It really has outlived its usefulness as a performing arts center.
The Van Wezel Foundation wants to move into a new facility, and the city seems to be on board.
We really do need a new facility in order to compete with other performing arts centers.
But the community isn't ready to let go of the iconic Van Wezel building. When these 3 Bayfront design plans were revealed to Sarasota residents in April,
15 or 20% of the respondents say we're concerned about the future of the Van Wezel.
Now, the Bay Sarasota has put these 3 brand new design plans on the table, each design including the Van Wezel.
We're taking what folks like the most and incorporating that and headed toward one proposed master plan, which we will present in June.
The Van Wezel is owned by the city, so it's up to the city commission to decide whether the city needs a new performing arts center and whether or not the Van Wezel building will stay. The issue with repurposing the current structure:
there are areas of that building that power the building and its infrastructure that are literally under sea level right now.
They're decisions that are still up in the air. Meanwhile, the Bay Sarasota wants your feedback on the 3 new concept designs that they've created. There will be 3 community feedback sessions held next week. You can see a list of those on your screen. In terms of when a decision may be made about the future of the Van Wezel, the city says they're not sure. They say they'll wait to see what the Bay Sarasota comes up with in their design plans. When you ask the Bay Sarasota, they say that they'll incorporate whatever the city decides in their plans. There is a city commission meeting coming up on Monday, and the Bay Sarasota will present its latest design plans there. Maybe then we'll get an answer. Reporting in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. The town of Longboat Key asking the Florida Department of Transportation to re-examine the location of 6 crosswalks on the island. FDOT owns and maintains the main road on Longboat Key, Gulf of Mexico Drive. That road has 6 locations where pedestrians can hit a button to stop traffic and then cross. This request was made months before an 85-year-old resident was struck and killed trying to cross the road in the morning on the north end of the Key. FDOT will use staff and cameras to observe pedestrian crossing patterns and then decide if the existing crosswalks need to be moved or more of them installed.
I mean, we don't want to find a place that's just a safe place but never gets used because it's so far out of the way. You know, it's a balancing act to make sure that it's safe and it's accessible and it's usable for our pedestrians and cyclists.
According to FDOT, between 9,000 and 17,000 cars travel along Gulf of Mexico Drive every day. New details tonight on a man accused of robbing a bank in Sarasota. Peter Gonzalez is accused of robbing the Wells Fargo Bank on Bee Ridge Road. And deputies say he's connected to 2 other bank robberies in Hillsborough and Osceola counties, all within a 2-week span. Wells Fargo bank workers say Gonzalez passed a note to a teller demanding cash and then ran away. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is still investigating.
A shocking and confusing situation for a Northport woman when police suddenly swarmed her home. Police responded to the woman's home for what they thought was a hostage situation involving 3 masked men, but the call was fake. It was later determined to be a swatting incident. That's when someone clones a phone number and calls 911 reporting a fake crime.
I never heard of somebody's getting swatted. That's the first time I ever heard it from police officers, and they told me that it's actually coming.
The FBI is now involved. They're working to trace down the original call. If they find the person who made it, that person could be arrested.
Still to come tonight in your Suncoast News, the #1 school in Florida is right here on the Suncoast. Tell you which others made the top 100 list.
Plus, how one local group is celebrating the royal wedding. It may give you some ideas for a royal watch party of your own.
When ABC 7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
My California classes experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. first time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
As the upcoming November election approaches, activists are worried their proposals will not get the attention that they deserve. Backers citing voter fatigue as a big concern with so many items to vote on this year. This year, voters will decide the fate of the 13 proposed constitutional amendments, in addition to voting on federal, state, and local races. Those amendments will need the support of at least 60% of voters to pass.
Clouds and showers back with us today, but will they spoil the weekend? Bob will be up next with a first alert weather forecast.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Accolades are great. Just wait until you see our prices. Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
My first job was in sports, and I was so thrilled just to be working in this business. I simply love covering this area. It has been my home for more than 40 years, and now it's wonderful that I can raise my family here as well. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Some areas got a lot of rain today.
7 inches in East Hillsboro near Plant City. That's the official now. That's from a rain gauge, a weather station, so to speak. 7 inches, a lot of rainfall in a short period of time. It just shows you how much moisture is in the atmosphere right now and through a lot of the levels. But there is some dry air once in a while that came in. Yesterday we saw that, and again, there's some dry air out there in the western Gulf of Mexico. We want that to come in for the weekend. We had a lot of events taking place. We got graduations, we got all sorts of things happening. Golf tournaments is the top of that. Casey Key webcam showing a little bit of sunshine around noon today. Not too bad out there. And then all of a sudden, boy, right around 3 o'clock, the rains came heavy there for a short period of time. And that rainfall now still around, but is weakening. We've got a steady stream of moisture coming up from the deep tropics. And with that in place and just enough energy rotating around this low pressure in the upper level of the atmosphere will generate showers and storms scattered about. It's really difficult for the models to get a little timing on when these storms are going to arrive. But right now it appears that the heaviest weather by far into central Florida, into Polk County and also into Highlands County. That rainfall pushing off to the east, northeast there. It was heavy near Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte. Right there, rainfall rates up to 2 inches an hour. I mentioned that earlier. More showers developing here in the Gulf of Mexico, although this has just popped up within the last half hour. You see 3 storms right there. Those are pushing to the northeast at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. So they're moving rather quickly. Some rain now near Venice as well. Inglewood, you're seeing some light rainfall. And in Lakewood Ranch, had some heavier stuff earlier, but that has since moved on. There's another pretty big lobe of showers and storms out there, about 150 to 200 miles offshore. That activity associated with that little piece of energy I mentioned. And now the strongest cells near Sebring, stretching down into southeastern portions of DeSoto County. Arcadia getting some moderate rainfall. There's that rain in to near Venice and elsewhere, though. We'll keep an eye on the storms where it looks like we're going to see a pretty good chance for showers and thunderstorms scattered about right through the weekend. As long as this moisture availability is here, all that dry air is to the west. Look how clear skies are here. That's because of that dry air in place. And you see that quite clearly with this review of the water vapor imagery. But once in a while, a little piece of dry air moves in, but the energy is just enough to overcome that. And we're seeing the showers and storms popping up. The winds won't be all that strong tomorrow. We'll see them out of the south. That will keep us in the moisture. And then we'll see a little bit of a turn to the west, but light. And boaters, seas running less than 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters expected for the next couple of days. Currently, we have some rain, 75 degrees there at the airport. We only had 1/100th of an inch of rainfall. That was today. That is now changing, though. The high was 84. Our normal high at 86. The low got to 73. There's the rain. For the month now, we're above average, but still below average, at least at the airport, 1.95 inches. National satellite imagery showing a big mess over the southeast that extends all the way down through Florida and Cuba and in the Western Caribbean, which we'll have to watch closely. The Western Caribbean has been indicating, the models anyway, that something may be popping up out of there, a low pressure area. Midweek to late week next week, and temperatures currently warm in Kansas City, St. Louis at 78, 98 in Dallas, 74 in Asheville. Scattered showers tomorrow, but otherwise look for variable clouds. I think more clouds than sun. Seas running right around 2 feet with a light chop out there, and the water temperature now at 78 degrees. So even if anything were to develop in the Western Caribbean and move into the Gulf, it would be weak. It would not be a very strong tropical system, but we'll watch it nonetheless late next week. Rain chances, 50% tomorrow, 60% on Saturday, jumping to 70 on Sunday. And I think we'll see a return to the afternoon and evening storms heading back toward the coast as the winds are expected to turn more to an east to southeasterly direction as high pressure will build into the southeast states. And then the rain chances staying elevated through Tuesday of next week. And then they slip down a little bit on Wednesday, and high temperatures will be near average or slightly above it or below it because of the increased cloud cover and rain. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Bob. A big congratulations to Pineview High School in Sarasota. They're ranked the #1 school in the state according to U.S. News and World Report's 2018 Best High School rankings. 2 others in Sarasota also made it on the top 100 list. Riverview High School ranking at number 69 and Suncoast Polytechnical High School ranking at 71. Lakewood Ranch High School in Manatee County also made the top 100 at number 97.
Schools are cracking down this year on distractions during graduation ceremonies. Last week, a South Carolina high school threatened to fine families more than $1,000 for yelling for graduates. Suncoast schools are not going that far, but they are asking parents and family members to be courteous. Noise policies are set by each individual school, and if people cause too much noise, they could be asked to leave. One student who is graduating tonight from Booker High School doesn't think happy family members should be penalized.
Every student, every parent wants their child to be recognized on stage. That being said, it's kind of a 50-50 if we have all that noise going on and no one gets recognized by the name being called and no one being able to hear. So I really don't have an opinion on it. I do want them to celebrate, that's for sure.
Well, here are a few things you need to know before you head to graduation. Families should not bring bullhorns or cowbells. Also, the district is asking families not to shout and keep clapping and cheering to a minimum. Remember, schools want each graduate's name to be heard when they are called to the stage.
A Booker High teacher is putting the school in the national spotlight. Barnes & Noble booksellers honoring college and careers advisor Lem Andrews today with the National Teacher of the Year Award. One of his students wrote an essay on why Mr. Andrews was deserving of this honor and how his teachings and mentorship positively impacted her life and future.
You do the work and you don't think about, the impact. You do the work because that's what you're called to do. So it's good to hear the reflections. It kind of reinforces that I need to keep working, keep doing.
For years, Barnes & Noble has supported education in Sarasota County. In addition to free books for children, they also serve as a book fair partner.
I'm so proud of myself.
A blind 8-year-old boy is traveling all the way from Ocala to Los Angeles. He'll compete in the National Braille Challenge with 50 other kids from across the country. He's not only blind, he also has a rare form of brain cancer, which doesn't have a cure.
There were times that I never thought that I would even take him home from the hospital, let alone that he would even live to see another day.
But even if I don't win, I'm still a winner.
Yes, he is. The Braille Institute developed the Braille Challenge to motivate students to practice the important literary skill. Any blind or visually impaired student in grades 1st through 12th grade can compete. Aiden is one of the top 10 in the nation.
Tonight, the run-up to the historic summit, the threat to walk away, the demands, what's happening behind the scenes, how will the White House respond? Plus, countdown to the royal wedding. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs Right at Home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call Right at Home. Get the right care right at home.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a part-time media controller to manage various stages of video on-air content playout. General computer skills are an absolute must. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
As we remember fallen officers this week, Manatee County honoring its officers. Today, this morning, a dedication service honored the fallen officers who have lost their lives in the line of duty.
You know, with all the hate that goes on throughout the nation when it comes to law enforcement, it's important for my deputies to know that the community is behind us. They do support us.
And Sheriff Wells says, yes, he was honored to see all that public support for those law enforcement officers who have sacrificed so much.
Some Northport residents are getting in on the wedding fever. The Northport Library now has a Royals-themed display featuring a cup from Queen Victoria's 1840 wedding to Prince Albert. Even Her Majesty the Queen is in the display, waving to passers-by. It's all part of the Northport British Ladies Club, which meets once a month for tea to talk about life across the pond. This month, their talk is obviously on Prince Harry's wedding to Meghan Markle.
Comes from all of us. All of the British girls donated, and then we have a friend that donated an awful lot of merchandise for us.
Well, because the wedding is happening in real time at 5 a.m. here on the East Coast, the ladies say they plan to tape it and watch it later in the morning. And of course, we'll keep you updated as details come in, but you can watch the entire ceremony right here on ABC 7 on Saturday morning starting at 5 a.m.
I remember when Diana married Charles, that was such a big deal, and there were watch parties and everything else, and we're seeing similar excitement right now.
Very true.
Absolutely. Exciting weather earlier. Most of that has moved on, although still a chance for some scattered showers through this evening moving onshore.
All right, Bob, thank you. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Jeep Celebration event. Shop the area's largest selection of new 2018 Jeep Wranglers, or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee, for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.